Oh, this has started. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. I know you haven't heard from me in a while, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've been doing and what I am going to be doing this year. So I decided that I was going to open an eBay store. I don't know what I might have talked about the last time that I did a video, but I opened an eBay store, and it's called Archimedes Attic, or Archimedes Attic. I know that seems weird, but it's a nickname thing that I've had or used for like screen names and usernames for years. So I decided to do reselling full time. Not that I am making a lot of money like some people might be doing, but I decided I'm going to make this something that um, I'm going to try to do full time. So I got a lot of inventory, too much actually. I need to stop buying inventory. I know a lot of people probably like, oh, that's the thing you always need to do. You always need to buy inventory. Well, not for me. I need to stop buying inventory because I have too much. In fact, I've decided that I'm probably going to sell a lot of my clothes because I've gotten really into LuLaRoe because it really fits me right now, and it's easy fabric that's on my legs and it doesn't hurt them like jeans or other pants do. So I've decided that basically I'm going to sell most of my clothes because I have an entire closet full of clothes from size 6 to size 16, and I am currently a size 16, and when I do get down to a size 6, or if I do get down to a size 6, I'm going to probably want to buy new clothes anyways. So I'm going to sell the majority of my clothes except for size 16, 14, and all my LuLaRoe stuff. So I have plenty of stuff to source in this house. I also recently joined Instagram, so I'll put my link to my Instagram account on the YouTube thing so you can follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to do a video, or videos, still not used to it, but I'm going to do videos where you can see all the stuff that I need to sell that's of my own in my house. So I'll take you places like my closet or other places, maybe be able to make it down to the basement, I don't know. It's kind of hard to make it down into the basement still, but I'll give it a go because there's so much stuff to sell. I'll even show you my garage, which is going to be probably another project. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing with that yet because I brought all my teacher stuff home with me, because next year I'm going to take a break for a while and just do some subbing while I'm trying to set this reseller thing in motion. So anywho, I'm here to tell you some things that I've learned about eBay, and then I'll do what I listed on eBay. I don't know if that'll help you or not. That'll be a different video, but I'll tell you what I've noticed so far. So I've been following a lot of people on Instagram to try to learn more about reselling, and I've joined a lot of eBay, Facebook reseller groups to learn a lot about things too. And I put comments down about what I would do. Not that I'm like an amazing reseller, but I've sold quite a few things now. Not a lot, but quite a few things. And the things that I seem to be doing well with is stuffed animals, and I feel that stuffed animals often get overlooked because everybody's like, who would want to buy a stuffed animal? Well, I've sold 2 stuffed animals over $30, and they're just like, one was like a random one that's not produced anymore, and another one was an older vintage item. But people want things from their childhood, or they want things from their collection. So if you find a stuffed animal for a decent price, you shouldn't pass it up. For example, I think I picked her up. This is Lady in the Tramp. She even has a tag. She's definitely vintage. I think it might say on her what year. Nope, doesn't say what year. But people are looking for these, not often. And one of the things that I've noticed that I think is helpful is everybody talks about how when you list stuff, you want to list at prime times because that's when people are looking for things. Well, I think that's true for like clothes, but I don't think that's true for like a stuffed animal. So people are going to look for Lady and the Tramp whenever they want to look for Lady and the Tramp. And so if you are more of a night owl like me, you can list late at night for things like stuffed animals because people are going to pick what they think is the best deal, not necessarily the first thing that they see. At least that's what I feel, because I don't think um, listing at prime time really helps my items that much. I think it has to do with what people are looking for online, and that's kind of just a random thing. But so I don't know if that helps or not. Some people say the best time to list or best time to do auction is 8 o'clock on Sunday night. So if you can get to your computer at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, that's great. But if you're not listing during that time, well, it's kind of hard to get there. So recently, I've been trying to take pictures and then list, but listing is the hardest part. It really takes me a very long time. I'm not quite sure why, but each listing takes me about 10 minutes, sometimes longer, and taking pictures takes longer too, because I'll have to sit down for a while after I get started from standing, or I'll be listing things that you have to count the pieces. Like the other day I did board games and puzzles, and let me tell you, counting 500 pieces of puzzles is not very fun at all, especially because you have to make sure that they're all there, and if you missed something, you need to go back and count again, which I had to do. But so I've started selling some board games and things too, because there are a lot of board games that you can make a lot of money on. I haven't sold any yet because I listed them all literally like yesterday. Let's see, what else have I learned? Really thoroughly check your listings and add your policies at the bottom. I will show you an example at some point of my listings and how I've been doing setups. I don't think it really makes much of a difference. Some people just write like size and then write it down. But I've noticed, or I've been looking at people's different things and trying to see which ones I would like better as a buyer, because I've been buying a lot of Lululemon off of eBay, and I just lost my train of thought. But I wanted to see. I've been looking at other people's to see what I would like to use in my own policies and things, and write it at the bottom of the page so people can see them and look at them. So like my original listings would have like 2 pictures and then like size and then like a little blurb about it, and now I have like the title restated different ways, a little fun catching phrase, and then the policies. And I think the little bit I get too hung up on what I'm going to say for each listing that maybe that's part of it. But I have noticed that using eBay's app and taking pictures for that helps a lot. But the only thing about that is the way that I do inventory, or the way that I know how much I sold an item, is I take a picture of it and I put it into a file. So then those other pictures are gone. So I'd have to do a picture on my phone to upload, and then the pictures on eBay, because otherwise I don't have that picture. And I want to have some kind of backup pictures, at least for like until like a month or 2 after that person listed it. I know that eBay keeps everything, but I want to keep a backup just in case. So recently I configured how much money I've spent versus how much money I've earned net pay, and I figured out that I'm about $200 or $300 in the hole, which isn't too bad considering that I think I've spent like $800 or $900 on inventory, which is another reason that I just need to stop buying inventory, because I won't be making any more money soon until I get a subbing job or find something else, and I need to be saving that money to live on. And I really just have enough things to sell. I mean, you can just, I don't know if I can move this around, but you can just look at my piles. There's a pile right there. There are things like in this cabinet that I really don't even need. There's things in the bottom of the cabinet that I don't need, that I want to sell, and I just haven't got around to doing it. So I have enough stuff to list for everything. So you know, if you've been following like 10K on the Bay and he wants to list like 10,000 listings, that's his goal. I think I probably have 10,000 items in my house that I could probably list before I go sourcing again, which is really hard because I like sourcing. Sourcing to me is the most fun thing, obviously, because I like shopping before and sourcing is the most fun part. You get to go on the hunt, the treasure hunt, and look things up. So I think I'm going to do a challenge for myself to try to get everything that I want to sell on my house listed before I do sourcing again. And I know that's going to be really, really hard, but I really got to stick to it because I need to stick to a budget right now until more money starts coming in, because I only got a little bit of savings for myself, and then we have bills to pay, and my husband has this one job, and it doesn't make as much as my other job did. So it may seem silly or weird that I'm doing this, but that's just how everything worked out for me. So other things about eBay that I've learned: not to put capitals in your title, because that messes up with their algorithm, and I can't remember what the algorithm name is called right now, but I think it starts with a C. Just the first letter, and then the rest are not supposed to have capitals in it. And I think that's because, like, people randomly, when you type in something that you're looking for, they're not going to sit there and type in J. Jill, capital J Jill skirt. They're not going to do that. They're just going to write J Jill skirt, and probably the first letter will be capital if you're lucky. Maybe it won't. Let's see what else. I think I have 165 listings right now, and one of the things I also learned from 10K on the Bay, I think, was something about if you have like 1,000 listings up, you'll be making what you want to be making. So I'm going to try to get 1,000 listings up. I think my limit right now is only 1,000 listings, but since I have a seller account and now I pay for it every month, I get 250 listings free, and then 250 that's fixed price, and 250 auction listings free. And so if I actually utilize those things and use them, I'll probably have to call eBay and ask for my limit to be increased, because if I have 1,000 listings up and then a new month goes around and I get my stuff to start back over again, I'm going to be like, look, I'm paying for the service, I need to list more things. And hopefully if I list things that are something that people want enough, they'll buy them. I always have best offer on the table for my items, and I find that that helps me sell things. People really like best offer, but sometimes it doesn't work out so great. Like, it takes people a couple days to pay. So I put on my listings that I will allow 7 days before with relisting before I'll relist that aisle. Let me restart that. I will have 7 days on my thing before I basically say, hey, I'm relisting this item, you need to pay today, or I'm contacting eBay. Because if you don't contact eBay, you're charged your fee anyways. So you can relist your item, but then you've lost your fee unless you tell eBay, hey, this person never paid me, I accepted their offer and they never paid me. And so far, fingers crossed, that hasn't happened yet. But somebody who I accepted their offer hasn't paid yet, but like I said, it's only been a day. So you get antsy waiting around, but yeah. So let's talk about best offers a little bit more. Some people like to lowball you, and I mean like seriously lowball you. I'll tell you a story in a sec. But some people, they'll lowball you, but then they just want a better deal. And so if you counter back and forth for a while, you can normally find a happy median. Like the other day, I had somebody, I think the pants were 15, and they offered me 6. And I was like, I'm not taking 6. So I countered back 12, I think, or 13 or something, 13.50 or something, and they countered back 8. So then I countered back 12 or 10.50, and then they said okay. So they came up, I went down a bit. That's fine. They had to pay for shipping anyways. So shipping's another story. And then another time though, I have some shoes listed right now for $70. They're like this special Nike pair that I got at Goodwill for $15. So I have $15 invested in it. And I got an offer for $25. Now, I'm like, okay, that's way less than half. That's kind of really lowballing it, especially because it's a very big ticket item. And I countered back. I said, okay, well, I'll do 60. Let's see where you go. And he counted back 25 again. So I said, decline. It's like, I'm not willing to work with you if you're not willing to work with me. I'm not accepting $25. This is my item. I don't have to sell to you. So I'm done with that person. So shipping and free shipping. So they were talking about, again, with free shipping, 10K in the Bay. Like I said, I've been following him a lot since I got Instagram, and he posts really good videos. So if you're watching me, which, like I said, I don't really know that much about everything for eBay reselling, you should definitely check him out. So I've been watching him a lot. And he was doing something about shipping, what you charge and things. So I've started doing free shipping on orders that are $19.99 and above, but I've been nixing best offer on them. I know I said I'd do a best offer and everything, but this is a recent change. Nixing best offer on $19.99 and above with free shipping because they're getting free shipping, unless the item is like a $50 item or a $70 item that I don't have like a whole lot of money invested in. I think the most that I spend on items is $15 for a really good pair of shoes. The most I've ever spent on an item was $20 for a leather jacket, which I'll be listing in the winter. And $3.99 flat rate for things under 10 ounces, $5 flat rate for things over to 16 ounces. And then I've been playing back and forth with how I charge for priority mail. So sometimes I do $6.99, sometimes I do $5. It all depends on how much I put into that item, so I can get back the most money for my profit and still make money and not lose too much on shipping. Let's see what else. Can't really think of anything else because it all just flew out of my head. So like I said, I want to start trying to make more videos that will hopefully help other people in their process on becoming resellers. And since I feel like mine's a really unique case because I don't have to go sourcing because I do have a lot of stuff. I might be called a hoarder. That might be why I have that screen name for my eBay account. But I don't really think I am because I'm willing to get rid of everything and sell everything as long as I can make some money back on it, because I was really getting tired of just giving away all my stuff and not getting back anything. And I sometimes still kick myself for getting rid of all these things that I could have made lots and lots of money on. But I guess we'll see how that goes. So anyways, I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to make another that shows the items that I listed, because I was trying to get 20 items up a day. That's my goal. Today that didn't happen at a doctor's appointment. I think I only listed like 2 things. And I'll tell you how much I paid for the item if I remember. I should remember. I'm pretty good at remembering what I paid for things. And if it sold, because actually even though I listed some of this yesterday, 1 thing sold. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see what else. I think that's it. I haven't done a haul video in a while because I've had so many hauls, but I can probably pull like what I'm going to be listing. Stuff for tomorrow, like I'm going to be listing pink cardigans because eBay says that pink large cardigans are what people are looking for right now on eBay. So I'll probably be listing lots of pink cardigans, so I'll try to do a video to show you the different pink cardigans, why I picked those pink cardigans, and different brands that I've been learning about. And just talk about my experiences sourcing. So even though I'm trying not to source anymore, I can tell you some of the things that I've been learning about while I'm sourcing. Well, I will talk to you later. Bye.